Yo, what's up? It's K Fresh checking in for episode 6 of K Fresh Chronicles. Um it's December 3rd, 2016, about 10:30 at night. I really got to stop doing these videos when I'm really tired, but then again, at the end of the day that's when I get to reflect on my day and I get to talk to you. So, my eyes get real irritated. I'm not high. Wish I was high, but I'm just when I'm tired, my eyes get irritated. But yeah, listen to your body. That's my body telling me I'm tired. So yesterday we talked about a few books that I really enjoy and that changed the game for me. And I really wanted to talk to you about a book called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. Now, I'm aware that a lot of you probably already read it, which is good. That means you're ahead of the curve. But for those who haven't read it and are curious, this is it. I'm actually at my girlfriend's house and I got it for her. She lost the book cover, but this is what the book looks like without a cover. But this is called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. We're gonna talk about Don't Sweat the Stop the We're gonna talk about Don't Sweat the Stop we're gonna talk about Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and we're also gonna talk about patience. Okay, and I'm trying not to go over 18 minutes. Try not to go over 10 minutes. I'm just going to try to keep it short and sweet. Patience. What has it taught me? Patience goes a long way. Patience applies for everything in life. We could start with... let's start with patience in the sense of, let's say, career-wise. Because everybody, for the most part, is chasing a dream or a goal, or they're in pursuit of a career. One of the key ingredients is patience, definitely. I'm a DJ, as most of you know, and I'm a parent, and both of those things require a lot of patience and a lot of time. I feel like with anything, you definitely have to be patient. You have to be patient with yourself, and it's really important. I guess what I'm trying to say is practice patience. You have to practice it. It really is a virtue, and it's really important. And you have to check yourself sometimes. Like what I do is I check myself. For example, earlier I was looking for a parking spot at the promenade, and I like to camp out, and I don't like to drive around the structure and wait till somebody pulls out, just or look for somebody who's getting out. I recommend you to camp out and wait for somebody to move. Eventually somebody will move, and it takes about 5 to 10 minutes. But like around the 8th minute, I was getting impatient and I was ready to leave, and then 2 minutes later somebody pulled out right in front of me, and I found the spot that I was waiting for. So I almost gave up, and I was like, damn, if I would have left just 2 minutes before, I wouldn't have got that spot, and I probably would have still been driving around. And I felt like that was a little tiny lesson for me today, or just a small reminder on being patient. So a lot of people give up midway with school, with a career, with their dreams, with a relationship, with anything that's important. Or maybe it's not important, maybe that's why you gave up. But you have to be patient. I think we live in a generation that lacks a lot of patience. They are, or we are, because I'm part of this generation too. We want instant gratification. I'm sure you've heard that term before. Instant gratification is a thing where you just want things to happen overnight, and they don't happen overnight. All your idols, most of them, you know, they're at where they're at because it was a long time in the making. Like me, I've been a DJ for 10 years, like I said before, and where I'm at now is just a product of 10 years of my time. And I feel like I'm just getting started. I'm just getting my style down and everything, and I'm becoming the DJ that I'm supposed to be. But I have to be patient. Like when I was learning how to scratch, I had to be patient. I didn't get all those scratches down at once. Learning how to mix, I didn't learn for a while, you know. And you just have to be patient with yourself when you're driving. When I'm driving, I'm very patient. I don't honk at cars. I don't get anxious like that. I try really hard to keep myself in check because it keeps me happier. And it's really important to just be patient, uh, not just with other people, but with yourself too. If you're not getting something right away, just keep practicing. For example, that's one thing that I've been practicing patience with. Okay, let's talk about radio. I'm a radio guy. I'm not on the radio right now, but I'm going back to radio, and I actually just missed the hiring period. When I decided to go back to radio, I decided on it like at the end of the summer when all the employees got hired and all that. So I missed the hiring period, and now I've had to be patient and wait. I've had to wait for the hiring period to start again. And I've DJed on the radio before. I worked in radio stations before, and I don't feel entitled, or I don't feel like I should be, getting hired anywhere just because I think I have some type of like credibility or whatever, or I think I'm the shit. Like, no, no way. I'm being patient just like everybody else needs to be, and I know eventually it'll be for me. I just have to wait. I'm not gonna give up because it's not happening right away. And like, oh, fuck this. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna wait until it's my turn, and that's that. Anyway, I'm gonna transition on to Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. This is a very affordable book as well, under $10, just like Rich Dad Poor Dad. But this book helped me a lot. It's a really easy read. What I like about it is that the chapters are like 2 pages long, and you learn a lot in 2 pages. Let me just read you the table of contents because I feel like it gives a lot of information. And like it says, introduction number 1, don't sweat the small stuff. Number 2, make peace with imperfection. Number 3, actually number 2 is really important. Make peace with imperfection. I used to be a perfectionist, and I wouldn't put out a lot of my mixes because I didn't think they were good enough. And yes, I'm aware of quality over quantity, or is it quantity over it's quantity over quality. See, this is what happens when I do these videos really late. I get confused with shit, so don't judge me. Make peace with imperfection. Shit's not gonna be perfect, but just because it's not perfect doesn't mean that it's not good. So I know a lot of people who are super talented, and those people are perfectionists, and that's what makes them great, but it's also their downfall because I feel like it paralyzes them. They become like harsh critics on themselves, and they just don't put out content. They don't put out, if you're a DJ, you don't put out mixes, and things of that nature. So chapter 1 is don't sweat the small stuff. What it's about: make peace with imperfection. Let go of the idea that gentle, relaxed people can't be super achievers. Be aware of the snowball effect of your thinking. That's really important too. Develop your compassion. Compassion is super important. Empathy is very important, at least for me. Remind yourself that when you die, Remind yourself that when you die, your in basket won't be empty. An in basket is like your responsibilities, your bills, and shit that always comes up in your life and that you have to take care of, like bills. You're always gonna have bills. You're always gonna have credit card debt, or debt for that matter, unless you just have tons and tons of cash and you're rich. But it just goes into all that. And don't interrupt others or finish their sentences. That's a pet peeve. Do not be that person. Don't interrupt somebody when they're talking, because it's rude. And don't interrupt somebody when they're talking just to say something stupid, or just be like, oh wait, never mind, I don't know what I'm talking about, or Oh, but like, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, so why the fuck did you interrupt? Shut up and listen. Do something nice for someone else and don't tell anyone about it. Yeah, I agree with that. Um, Especially right now in the social media age that we live in, I feel like a lot of people need that like, that pat on the back, that high five for doing something they're supposed to do, or something that they should be doing. I've noticed that some people, they'll give food or money to homeless people, or they'll donate to a cause, or they'll they feel like they need credit for the shit that they do, you know what I mean? So it says do something nice for someone else and don't tell anyone about it. I think there's a hidden power behind that. And just keep in mind that you don't always need credit or recognition for the nice shit that you do for other people. You just don't. You just have to do it because you want to do it, not because you want recognition or because you want to be seen as a person that does nice shit. No, just do it because you should be a nice human being and you should do nice things for people because, you know, it's nice when people do nice shit for you. Um, let's see. Learn to live in the present moment. Oh, that's a big one. My girl's all about that. She got me into that. She would fucking drill my ass because I wouldn't be in the moment. I would be in my phone. I would be on my phone all the time. And I know that's not just me. That's a lot of us. It's really hard not to be on your damn iPhone or your Android, whatever the fuck you got. But be in the moment. Stop and smell the flowers. Smell the coffee. Um, you know, pay attention to your family. Spend time with your family, your kids. They're only young ones. You're only young ones. And there's just some things that don't need to be recorded and some things that just need to be experienced. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let that marinate. Let's see what else. Surrender to the fact that life isn't fair. Oh man, when I read that shit, it gave me so much clarity. Like, life is not fair, and the sooner you embrace that life is not fair, the happier you will be. Life's not fair. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody has to do anything for you. So just get over yourself. um and lastly, I'm already 13 minutes into this. Don't sweat the small stuff, because it is all small stuff. Like, a lot of people make the smallest shit into big things, and they're really not that serious. I'm not even gonna fucking read it. I'll just tell you because I read the book. Ow. Stop sweating the small stuff. Focus on the bigger things. Basically, the message behind this book is, don't sweat the small stuff, and you sometimes have to ask yourself, is this going to matter in 10 years? Is this really going to matter in 10 years? Like, for example, you got a parking ticket. Fuck, it's $100. You let it ruin your day. You let it ruin your week, your month, and then you transfer that negative energy to people like, I just got a ticket. Like, that's counterproductive. You get the ticket. There's nothing you can do about it unless you did park legally and you have proof and you want to go through all that drama, then go for it. But shit like parking tickets, shit like getting fired from your job, for some people it could be a big deal, but it's not always the end of the world. You forgot your phone at the house, you broke something, just little shit. It's not really that serious, and when I stopped sweating the small stuff, I was just a lot happier. And I still do that to this day. I have to ask myself, is this gonna matter in 10 years? Is this gonna matter in 20 years? And most of the time the answer is no. Somebody says something stupid to me, something racist, something ignorant, or they want to insult me. You just have to stop, think, does this really matter? Probably not. You know, people can only offend you if you let them offend you. You know, it's up to you how you take it. But let's see. I'm so tired. Like I said, stop sweating the small stuff. You'll be way happier. I'm way happier. I don't sweat little shit like that, like anything that I just said anymore. And it's been working for me. Um, so when you get a chance, I would say go on Amazon, go to Barnes and Noble, go pick up a copy of Unsort the Small Stuff. If you can, pick up 2 copies, because I guarantee the minute that you finish reading it, you're going to want to give it to somebody else. You're going to want to recommend it to somebody else. Because it's that good of a book. I read it like in a couple of days. It's real easy to read. But yeah, buy a couple of them. Christmas is coming up, so it would be a perfect gift. But yeah, be patient with yourself. Be patient with your journey, and just practice being patient. Count to 10. If you don't like some shit, something gets you upset, just count to 10. Hold your breath. Hold your breath for 10 seconds. And talk to yourself a little bit more. Like, I talk to myself a lot. I think a lot. I'm an overthinker sometimes, but for good reasons, because it prevents me from being impulsive. I used to be very impulsive, and I used to say shit without thinking, and it hurt me a lot. And now that I'm older, I realize how much I fucked up, and how I could have just kept my mouth shut and asked myself, is this really a big deal? You know what I mean? I could have avoided a lot of problems, a lot of arguments, and a lot of wasted time. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Episode 5. That was episode... No, wait. I don't even know what episode this is. But I said it in the beginning when I was less tired. 17 minutes later, I'm fucking exhausted. I'm at my girl's house. I'm about to knock out. But, okay. That's it. Bye.